Blash, the numbers here in this building aren't good over the last 10 games when you look back. What do you do to your guys to keep that mindset or to keep them positive coming into this one as far as that goes?
Well, we're not thinking about anything certainly last year. We're really not even thinking about last game. I've said lots. We've got to have a short memory and try to get better every day and focus on the game at hand, and that's what we're doing. So, we felt like we learned some stuff yesterday from the previous game, and now all that matters is what's ahead of us, what's behind us. There's not one thing anybody can do about that. Let's make sure we go out and execute at a high level here tonight.
Number 1 power play in the league last game, number 2 power play in the league this game. I know you want your guys to be aggressive, but how do you manage that edge between being aggressive and taking too many penalties against a team that can certainly hurt you with the man advantage?
Well, I don't think against anybody you want to take a whole bunch of penalties. I thought it hurt us against Columbus because it just hurts your ability to get any kind of offense going. We didn't take lots against Toronto, but in the end they made us pay for them. So we got to make sure we kill the ones we take, and we're going to take as few as we can. That's something that we want to be good at all season anyways. Be as disciplined in those areas as possible. Playing on the edge doesn't mean that you take a whole bunch of penalties. We'll kill off any hard penalties we might take, but let's make sure we stay away from the hooks, the holds, the trips, the easy ones to eliminate.
Jeff Slejko was telling me one of the things he likes about Bernier is the attitude that he comes to the rink with and how hard he works. What do you like about him in this short sample size with him?
Well, certainly that. He's got a great attitude. He's got a good way about him. I think he looks forward to every day, and he's making the most every day, and he works extremely hard at his game and extremely hard off the ice. So I think that's great. The more guys like that in the locker room, the better. I've also liked his game. Even the game in LA when there's probably two, one a goalie exchange and one save he'd like to have back. I still thought he looked really good in that game. So I'm expecting him to have a big game here today.
What are your thoughts on a guy like Brad Marchand, who's obviously an effective player, but also some antics on the other side of his game as well? Just your take on him as a player and how he impacts games.
Well, he impacts games big time. He's one of the better players in the league without a doubt. He's so strong in the puck. Certainly he plays on edge, but he's an excellent hockey player that we have a lot of respect for, and we got to make sure with him, Bergeron, and Pasternak, we got to shut that line down. It's a hard task to do, but ultimately, if you want to beat Boston, you're going to have to beat that line.
You obviously have to be aware when he's on the ice, but he also tries to bait you into penalties. I mean, he wants to throw you off your game. How difficult is that sometimes for a guy like that?
Well, I don't know. I just think he plays on edge. I don't know what he's thinking per se, but we've got some guys that play on edge too, and we just got to make sure we do a good job. We have to focus on the task at hand, and that's winning the hockey game, and not worry about anything else.
Jeff, I know it's been like a common theme the last week or so, but generating more shots on goal, generating more offense. I mean, what needs to be done? What would you like to see the Red Wings do today to start scoring some goals?
I start by saying last game we scored 3, and that should be enough to get a point. That's the reality of it. Against Toronto it wasn't, but it should be. Second, we've had some guys that are real high-end offensive players get lots of chances and haven't scored. Those goals will go in. I don't see it in a CU, Vanek, Nyquist. Those guys are getting real chances and not scoring. They're going to score. So we got to keep getting the chances. We've got to focus on that. Generate more shots. Certainly having a shoot first mentality, but I think if you have a guy at the net, you have a way better chance of having a shoot first mentality. So that's something we really focused on yesterday.